Hello duelists, Rustmero here, and today we're going to be opening a box of Blazing Vortex. As usual, here's our +1 bonus pack that we'll be opening later. I'm recording this right after I finish recording my opening of the 3rd Digimon card game booster, so I think you guys who watched it yesterday will know that I'm not sure how much my voice can last at this point, but I will do my best. Let's go. So as usual, this time I am really hyped about the lore archetype, the Sprigguns or the Sprigguns, depending on what you call it, so I really want to get the full set of that. But starting off, very cool, we have new support for Windwitch. This is completely unexpected to me, but I'm quite happy about it because I actually saw some Windwitch action in a very fun Yu-Gi-Oh video on YouTube recently, so very nice to see it suddenly gain new support in this form. Oh wow, and we are starting off in the very first pack with a super rare already, and I'm pretty sure I recognize this design, although the name is very unfamiliar because back when this archetype was a big thing in Yu-Gi-Oh, I was still playing the English version. But here we have a new fabled card, Andres. Very interesting. If special summon, you get to draw 2 cards and then discard 1, but your opponent has the option of discarding 1 card from your hand to negate the effect. However, with Andres' second effect, if a monster is sent from the opponent's hand to the grave, you can special summon it to your field, but of course, with its effects negated, because that would be too strong if you could use its effects too. Very cool! And just for some trivia, in Japanese, the kanji that spells out Fable actually translates to something that's like demonic roar god. So wow, what a cool name. Alright, pretty cool start. Like I actually played Fable a bit back in like the 5Ds era, but I never had like the best cards to make like a really strong deck with it. I only had like a few of like the cards that I managed to pull from boosters, so it was more of just a casual thing. And here we have Security Force, a new booster, a new archetype that's debuting in this set. Very interestingly, their lore is tied to both the Psy Frames and the Time Thief, so they're kind of like enemies to both of those 2 other archetypes, but I'm not really too keen on like the Security Force characters, as you guys will see here, because I don't know. I've seen some people comment about this online, but they don't seem to have a very strong internal consistency in their design. Like, they don't look like they're part of the same team, or the same deck, or the same archetype. So it just kind of feels weird when you put them together, especially side by side. I think that's kind of the point because of the lore, but it's just not executed that well, I feel. Oh, wait a minute! Right, yes, there's a new, like, a digital bug support in this set as well. Like, never touched digital bugs, but when they came out during the Arc 5 era, I just loved the theme a lot, like design-wise, so I collected them quite a bit back then. So very cool to see a new one all of a sudden. And immediately another foil. Well, here's our second super rare. And well, what I like about this is that, well, you guys know So-Ten, right? So there's the punch guy, the kick guy. In the previous sets, the punch guy had this like super powerful fusion form. This time the kick guy is finally getting that kind of form on his own, so I am really happy for him. So this is So-Ten General Mishaku, and after taking a look at his effects, I think that this is really what So-Ten needed. So first of all, while on the field, all of your So-Ten fusion monsters are protected from battle destruction once per turn. Once per turn, during your main phase, you can return all of your opponent's spell traps back to their hand. Sick! I think the punch guy's fusion form also had this guy's 3rd effect, once per turn, by card name. When your opponent activates a monster effect while you have 2 or more fusion monsters on the field, you can destroy that monster. So very nice. Really feel like So-Ten needed this like extra push, you know, honestly, based on seeing the cards that were available just in the previous set. And here, our rare is gonna be a new member of the Tribrigade, Kit. Very nice. And she is going to have a very special place on our field. First, because I really love Tribrigades, and secondly, I believe she has a very strong connection to the new lore archetype, the Sprigguns. Like, from the artwork, I believe that she's the one who she's like kind of like a mechanic or an engineer, and she built the Sprigguns, which are kind of like robots. So here we have another Security Force. Right, the new version of Mahavilo, like that card that gets powered up by equipped spells. Very cool stuff. And here, oh, another like evil looking new Machinist monster. Oh, why are all the foils just shooting at me? Anyway, here we have Parametalphos Azotres. Oops, I mean Azotres. And apologies to people who like Metal Foes and Pendulum, but I really don't like Pendulum, so I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but a lot of destruction effects, and when destroyed, you can put it in your Pendulum Zone. Nice! And right after that, we're getting our first Sprigguns, or Sprigguns if you want to call it that. And here we have Captain Sargus. Man, I love the Spriggan design so much. Like, oh, like the bigger ones that are like boss-like are like really cool, bulky mecha, and then the small ones like are a bit more chibi, deformed, and like have this cool, cute yet cool machinistic kind of look. I just love it so much. Just gonna put him down over here, and Parametal Foes, you get to sit next to your fusion brother. Anyway, let's move on. Ah, my voice. Next pack. Oh, very nice. Here we have another Sprigguns, and here we have Rocky. And see what I was saying? It's like so cute and yet kind of cool too at the same time. You're going down here, and Daikaminari Jyclops. Okay, doesn't seem to belong to any archetype in particular, just generic pendulum synchro support, because it's also a tuner. And yes, this card was revealed yesterday. Knight of Armed Dragon, so it's like going with that trend of like level 4 ritual monsters that are like Knight of a specific dragon in the field, but since this deck features a retrain of Armed Dragon, we're finally getting one for Armed Dragon as well. Very cool, very nice. Fable card, and Armed Dragon Thunder level 3, a rare, nice. So we're starting off with the bottom level. Man, I have so many cards I want to display today. I'm just gonna put him on the right first. Because, yeah, other than Sprigguns, the Armed Dragon Thunder series is another that I really want to complete. Oh, and wait. Okay, whoops, I kind of misread that. The rare that we just got is level 5. This one over here, a common, is level 3. So we're just gonna put it over there. Interesting looking trap. Alright, next pack. Let's see, another Sprigguns. Here we have Bungar. Okay, gonna just kind of fit him down at the bottom over there. I'm gonna have to stack them because if not, they'll take up a bit too much space. And yes, here we have a new rare spell for Eldritch. Now I gotta say that I have never played Eldritch and have never played against Eldritch. I've only heard many rumors about its insane power. But design-wise, I'm a big fan of the archetype, just based on the design of the Eldritch characters, and so I'm really looking forward to getting the new Eldritch cards in this set too. New Sprigguns, this is Pete, and yeah, I think this is my favorite of the low-level Sprigguns. Just really love the design, man. Okay, and here's a new Wind Witch Freeze Bell. And a Wind Witch Bell Chime, a new rare spec. Whew, okay. So after our first 3 super rares in a row, it looks like we haven't been touching any other foils. For a second there, I thought maybe we would have gotten a glitch box where every single pack has a foil. That would be pretty insane. A new Datascape card, and here's a Security Force Bridge Hit, a field spell, rare for Security Force. I've heard like on the Japanese side of things, Datascape is like getting a bit more popularity, and some of the Datascape foils are increasing in price just a bit, you know? Pretty interesting news, because I didn't think it would like gather that much momentum. And here we have Gold Gorgonda, the Great Desert, and yep, this is the rare field spell for Sprigguns. If I'm not wrong, all of the lore archetypes in like this new era of Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever since Return of the Duelist, they've all had like field spells, right? If I remember correctly. Here we have a new Fable, a pretty creepy looking one. This is the ritual spell probably for the Armed Dragon Knight. And here we have a rare Armed Dragon Quickplay, Armed Dragon Flash. You guys find that like I'm a bit overexcited today, like my tension is a bit high for some reason. I mean it's probably because of the Digimon card game opening just now, but I'm just high, kind of high, even though I haven't drunk anything. Oh, nice! And we managed to pull the cover card, HYAKU SEN Majoume Thunder! Armed Dragon Thunder, level 10. Man, such an epic looking card, and I still can't believe that they drew him doing the Manjoume Thunder pose in the artwork as well. And for those of you guys who did not watch GX in Japanese, that is basically like the catchphrase of Chazz Princeton in Japanese, where he basically says 1, 10, 100,000 and 10,000, because 10,000 in Japanese is man, which is the first character in his Japanese name, MANJOUME. So this card literally only has one effect. If summoned by the effect of an armed dragon monster, it gains effects depending on how much attack power it has. At 1 and higher, this card's name is treated as also being armed dragon level 10, so that one's definitely a given. At 10 and higher, this card's control cannot switch. At 100 and higher, this card is undestroyable by battle. At 1000 or higher, once per turn, during your opponent's turn, you can send one card from your hand to the grave to target one other card on the field and destroy it, and increase this card's attack by 1000, so you can slowly increase it from 3000 up to 10,000, where it will gain its final effect. Once per turn, you can destroy all other cards on the field. Ultimate destruction. Very nice. So I'm gonna put him in a special slot over here down on the right, as like the final form of Armed Dragon, and as we get the other forms, I'll just kind of like fill up the gaps there. Okay, this booster box opening is going very, very well so far. What? Armed Dragon Thunder level 7 in secret rare? Okay, I believe this guy's base rarity is probably definitely just super, but we're getting it as a secret rare version. Fine, I'll take it. So all the lower level Armed Dragon Thunder monsters actually share very similar series of effects. So their first effect is always that they are also treated as being the non-Thunder Armed Dragon of the same level. So this card is also treated as being Armed Dragon level 7. Once per turn, by card name, you can send one card from your hand to the grave to send this card from the field to the grave, and then special summon a level 10 or lower Armed Dragon monster from your hand or deck. So in doing so, the entire Thunder series can just like an instant Thunder Strike, instantly level up multiple times in a single turn using their own effects. And finally, once per turn by card name, if this card is sent to the grave to activate the effect of a dragon monster, so basically you can, if you use this as fodder to level up any of the other Armed Dragon Thunder series, you basically get off this effect. Search your deck for an Armed Dragon card. So since all of the lower level Armed Dragon monsters have this effect, you can basically sacrifice them in order to activate the effects of your lower level Armed Dragons, which will then level up, and then you search for another Armed Dragon, which you can then discard again to level up again, and then get another search off of that consecutively to just complete the whole chain in a single turn. So very sick combo stuff. Alright, moving on. Oh, and here's our next super rare, and it is a new live twin / evil twin card, Live Twin Leela Treat. So pretty cool how it's kind of like a collaboration with Halloween. We're getting like a Leela in Halloween costume, followed by a new Xyz monster. And of course, being Leela, she can be special summoned from the hand if you have Kiss Kill on the field, and once she's in the grave, she has an interesting effect where you can banish her to lower the attack of an opponent's monster. Of course, there are conditions for this, but I'm not going to go into too much detail. You guys can check it out online on the Wikia, etc. if necessary. But it's pretty good support for Evil Twin. And here we have a new monster for Senka, and for those of you guys who are familiar with Romance of the Three Kingdoms, this is a super famous, badass character from Romance of the Three Kingdoms called Lupu. So the interesting thing about Lupu is that he's not particularly loyal to one specific nation or side. He just has a really strong obsession with strength, in the sense that he will follow whoever's the strongest, but he himself also wants to become the strongest as well. And this is really nicely reflected in his effects, where he can destroy your opponent's monster with the highest attack. However, if the turn ends and the highest attack monster on the field is on your opponent's side, his control will shift over to the opponent. So a very cool, interesting and dynamic card right there. And here we have a new Dragunity Knights, Gorm Faval. And there we have it. Our first pile is complete. Moving into the second pile. My voice is really starting to feel the brunt of these openings, but I'm pretty sure we can make it to the end. Another level 3. Digital Bug, these strange Dragonic Rockstars, and oh, our second double rare is going to be Neiros, a new fusion monster for Dream Mirror. So he is very Dream Mirror-ish, being treated as being both light and dark attribute. When you have the dark mirror on the field, you get to negate the activation of monster effects, and if you have the light mirror on the field, he can change form to the other Neiros. Okay. And we're ending off with a Metal Foes rare. Metal Foes Punisher. Banisher. Alright, next pack. So far, 5 supers, 2 ultras, 1 secrets. Pretty interesting. Well, I guess since we pulled the secret already, it means once again I'm not managing to pull a prismatic secret rare, but I mean, considering that it's... oh, that's one of the new Fabled monsters looking really cool, Marcosia. But yeah, I mean, prismatic secret is like as rare as like 20th secret rare, and I think I only pulled like 1 or 2 20th secrets in like the entire time 20th secrets were a thing, which is like close to 2 years, right? That was pretty insane, pretty long. Or Security Force rare. Yeah, so it's kind of amazing. I mean, it's definitely hard to pull, so I shouldn't really expect to pull prismatic secrets that easily. I mean, holographic rares are the same, right? I think the rates are the same, and I have barely pulled any holographic rares throughout my entire Yu-Gi-Oh career. When was the last time? I mean, I know I pulled the holographic Red Eyes Black Dragon, right? From one of the earlier new Legend Duelist packs. I think there was another recent one, but I can't quite recall what it was. Another copy of Kits. I believe we are still missing Arm Dragon level 3, level 5, level 7, and level 10. That should be it, there's no level 9, right, I think. But in this set, there's also like a White Arm Dragon, which is another tribute to the events of GX, like the arc where Chazz or Manjoume joined the Society of Light, and there was one part where he used Arm Dragon level 10 and equipped it with like White Veil, that trap equip card I think, and then gave it like this new form. Oh, nice! And our third ultra rare is gonna be a new boss for... Wait a minute, this is not ultra, this is ultimate rare. It is super... Wait, I think you guys can kind of see like the ripples on the foiling on the artwork, right? Such a cool card. Like, I love the designs of like the Wind Witch monsters that are... The non-human Wind Witch monsters that are more like statues or like floating ice things. They're just super cool. And this one is Diamond Bell. So just like most of the other high-level Wind Witch monsters, if Synchro Summon, you can target a monster in your grave and inflict effect damage that way. But interestingly, Diamond Bell supports that even further by having a second effect where if your opponent receives battle or effect damage, once per turn you get to target one card on the field and destroy it. And furthermore, if you Synchro Summon Diamond Bell using only Wind Witch monsters, this effect becomes twice per turn instead. So very, very sick. Really like that. And here we have Sprigguns Watch, so it looks like there's a super rare spell for the archetype, another copy of level 5. So essentially this is a searcher for the Sprigguns field spell, but if you already have the field spell activated on your field, it allows you to search for a Spriggan monster instead and also send one to the grave. So very nice tech. I love that there's an additional option for when you've already searched the field spell, so it doesn't just end right there, like just being a... Oh! Right! This is that new Link 5 that's coming out in this set that I think is pretty big. And the name is Salos Eles Talnugias. Salos Eles Talnugias. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but it's pretty cool. It's got an equal in its name. And of course, the actual translation of the Japanese spelling of the name is super cool, which is like the underworld goddess of the closed off world. That is so sick, and what an awesome, beautiful artwork and amazing looking character as well. First of all, an incredible effect where when Link summoning this card, you can use up to one monster on the opponent's field as Link material, and if successfully Link summon, all of the face-up monsters on your opponent's field have your effects negated. Also, this Link summon card is not affected by your opponent's effects that do not target it. And finally, once per turn, you can negate your opponent's spell, trap, or monster effect that involves special summoning a monster from the grave. Now, I would love to give her center stage, but I'm finding it a bit hard to position the cards I have. You know what? I'm just gonna move Leela Treat back and move her in front with the rest of the ultra rares and higher. Okay, let's carry on. I think we still have quite a few super... Okay, wait a minute. Actually, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 supers already. And we already have our ultimate and our secret. I think there should be one more super. And here we have Sprint. Sorry, I mean Sprint. And this is a dragon-looking airship that both Albus and Ecclesia are riding on. But it's kind of, in the game, like gameplay mechanic-wise, it's kind of treated as being one of Albus's new dragon forms, like Brigand and Bastard, the ones that he's been getting once every single set. Here we have Neyroy, a new Dream Mirror rare, down to 4 packs. Okay, we can make it. I can do this. My voice can last. Let's go. Are there... Oh, wait a minute. I think... Oh, right! Sacred Cadius. This is a new Sacred or Constellar in English support card, and it kind of features like Verse Carikion as a character of light other than darkness. So pretty cool stuff. I mean, I am super big on Constellar and Sacred. I even bought like the special duelist set that was only available in like Japanese. I think it's still only available in Japanese. It comes with like a special storage container and like deck box and a full set of like the Constellar cards in order to build a pretty strong Constellar deck. I just love their design so much, especially like there's like Ptolemaeus. No, Ptolemaeus M7 isn't my favorite. My favorite's the Pleiades, right? Pleiades. I'm not sure how to pronounce it in English. Pleiades, I think, was the Japanese pronunciation. The one that's like, yeah, really cool. Of course, Ptolemy M7 was really cool as well. But I mean, just overall, the designs were so good, and I also got the set for Verse as well, the counterpart to Constellar. I know Verse is the OCG name. I can't remember what the TCG name is at this point, but you know, the Dark archetype where there was like a Mandragora was one of the monsters in there. Okay, and here's our final pack. We've reached this quite unwittingly, and it looks like we've got no other foils, and that'll be all for this booster box opening of Blazing Vortex. Now, let's see what we get in our bonus +1 pack, because there's always the chance to easily get a prismatic secret rare here. Come on! It's just another copy of Neros in the exact same rarity. A bit unfortunate. Guess I'm gonna be selling that. Really happy to complete the Armed Dragon Thunder series with this one box, including a secret rare version of level 7. So as usual, if you enjoyed this video, do give it a like. Let me know what you guys think about these new cards in the comment section down below. And don't forget to subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! OCG booster box and product openings on the day of release. Our next release is going to be the Structure Deck Ice Barrier of the Frozen Prison next month on November 21st, which will feature much awaited brand new support for the Ice Barrier archetype. And I am super looking forward to get reprints of Trishula, Bryoneck, and Gungnir. So with that, hope to see you guys in the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Video. Our chance encounter brought color deep into my life. I will shelter you, protect.